right? So as we indicated, so the rows, right? Remember rows go across, right? And those rows are called what? What you say the rows are called? Morgan. Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Man, you sleep on me now.
Uh, um, Repeat.
Yeah, man. So the rows are called periods, right? These are what go across.
Periods.
Yeah. And then the columns, though, these are what we deemed as, what we call the columns again.
Sir.
What's the name of the columns?
Um, Groups.
Good. So those are called groups, right? And then most of the periodic table, right? Let's go back to the periodic table that we're seeing, right? In most of the periodic tables, you'll see them looking like this, where the groups are numbered in Roman numerals, right? And the periods are numbered in numbers, like regular numbers, like 1, 2, 3. Right? You're not seeing it on this periodic table, but that's how most periodic table you would see most periodic table. So remember the groups go down, right? And then periods go
Go
across.
across.
Good. Important to take note of as well. As it relates to periods will go deeper in that, right? And I'm also gonna post this video on YouTube as well. So the period tells you the amount of shells. When we move on to drawing the structures, you'll understand. So period tells the amount of shells in the atom. So the amount of shells in the atom. Yeah, man. So when someone get time and play card and them stuff, them on, or PUBG. So shells in the atom, right? Period tells you the amount of shell in the structure of the atom, and then as it relates to group, right? The group is gonna tell us. Group tells valence, the valence electrons. So right, jot this down somewhere, Morgan, because this is important.
Yes, sir.
And then remember, how did we say the periodic table is arranged again? It's arranged based on
Rows.
not necessarily rows, but what exactly starts with a A. They're arranged based on the what?
Atoms.
The atomic number, right? So the periodic table is right. Good. The periodic table, right? The elements are contain a group of elements that are arranged based on the atomic number. Write it down here so you can jot it down. I'm just gonna write the symbol for number, and we can prove that because we outlined that in the PowerPoint, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, some important thing that to take note of, right, as it relates to the periodic table, right, you also have to bear in mind as well that you have different sections of the periodic table. We have metals and non-metals, right? And then as you go deeper, you learn about halogens and noble gases. But primarily, what I wanted to focus on right now, I want to focus on metals and non-metals.
Yes, sir.
See in the screen?
Yes, sir.
Good. So as it relates to the periodic table, right? On the periodic table, you're gonna have metals and non-metals. This is the first thing that we're gonna focus on. All right, so you have metals on the left of the periodic table, and then on the right, you're gonna have non-metals. Just write it down, and then you can write left beside it, and then non-metals on this side, which would be the right side. So L for left, and then R for right on the periodic table that you're seeing. So looking on the periodic table that you have now, you would see Na on which side? Left side, right? And then you would see things like F on the right side, right? And the list goes on and on. So you should be able to tell some examples of metals. Give me another example of a metal that you're seeing. Based on what you're seeing, you give me an example of a metal, another example of a metal.
H.
Continue. Give me something else.
Magnesium.
What's the symbol?
Mg.
Good. And then give me a non-metal now. Give me something that you're seeing on the other side. Give me a non-metal. Give me something that you're seeing on the other side.
H.
I don't hear.
H. Hydrogen.
No man, not give me another one. Give me another one with hydrogen. That's further in
Uh,
our next class. Our next class.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Chlorine.
Chlorine, which would be Cl.
Chlorine.
Yeah, man. So we have,
Oxygen
yeah, man.
and
Oxygen
oxygen.
as well. Good. So those are deemed as what we call non-metals. So it's important that you know the difference between each. Each have a specific mass number, each have a specific atomic number. But we're not gonna look at that right now. Hopefully in tomorrow's session we'll look at that. Some other important things to note of, right? Some other important terms to take note of, right? You also have halogens, right? So you're gonna have halogens on the periodic table, halogens. These are in group 7, right? Take note, that's very much important as well. That's common. You have noble gases, right? And we'll explain those terms further right? When we delve into the periodic table. We learn about ionization, that's important, but atomic number, right? That's an important term that you need to research, right? I've done videos on that as well, right? So you can watch my YouTube channel, spread the link as well, subscribe if so desire, right? So I can get monetized, so I can make money, right? And buy stuff. All right, back the So just ensure that you're watching the videos. Atomic number, you have mass number, that's important as well, right? Other terms, right? Neutron number. I've done videos on that as well. So what we're gonna be doing now, tomorrow hopefully we're gonna be looking at how we identify the mass number, the atomic number. You can preview, you can watch the videos that I've done, right? And to have a better understanding.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions before we leave?
No.
All right. In reviewing now, right? Remember that the periodic table is arranged based on what?
Atomic numbers.
Good. Atomic numbers, right? So arrange in terms of increasing atomic number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Straight up to 20 that you need to know. As it relates to periods, remember the periodic table also contains what we deemed as periods, right? Which would be horizontal rows, and this tells you the amount of shells in the atom. And then you have vertical columns, which we call groups, and this tells you the amount of valence electrons on the outer shell. So, I mean, outer and valence is the same thing, but you'll have a better understanding when we move deeper into the topic. Also, take note that metals, what they do, they lose. I think we did that already too, you know. Metals lose electrons, right? And when they lose electrons, they're gonna become what we call positive charge. And then non-metals, they tend to gain electrons. So they gain electrons.
Yes, sir.
So you have an understanding. So they gain electrons, and when they gain electrons, they're gonna have a negative charge.
Yes, sir.
So those are important things to take note of. Typical examples of metals. Give me an example again. What did we say? Give me an example of a metal.
Sir?
Sure.
Give me an example of a metal again.
Magnesium.
Good. Mg is an example of a metal, right? And then for non-metals, you have examples like oxygen, right? Fluorine, right? Bromine, stuff like that. Because remember, they are on the right side of the periodic table, right? For those who are watching this video, also remember to like, share, and subscribe, right? And if it is that you want a private tutor, or if you want customized worksheets, study guides, you can also reach out to us. So like, share, subscribe, spread the word, send it to a friend, and until next time, peace.